I've always felt a need somehow to give back to the community. And it really started with a group of friends sitting around, my husband and some friends who at the time worked for an advertising agency, sitting around watching the news coverage of the Gay Pride Parade. I think it was 1998 or 1999 Gay Pride Parade. And it was wonderful drag queens and assless chaps and all of these great extreme examples of our community, but there were no families and there were no couples. There were no just regular, ordinary couples or families. And we realized at the time that, while they're beginning to get some traction in media, there's nothing, like CNN doesn't have B-roll of couples getting married or, gay couples, at their house, or gay families. So we decided to create a multi-denominational commitment ceremony that would kick off the Gay Pride Parade. And we managed to get the licensing to do it in the park just by the Plaza Hotel in front of the gold statue, right at the kickoff point of the parade. And the first year we did it was a mayoral election year. And Mark Green was running against Michael Bloomberg. And we invited both candidates to come, but Mark Green came. And it was absolutely amazing. It was the first time that we had local politicians, state senators, state assembly persons coming and talking about marriage equality. Even the LGBT rights organizations weren't talking about marriage equality. But this was, they saw it. And we had so much media there. Every national outlet, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, CNN, we had foreign stations coming. We had all of the local New York stations there. We had New York Times there. It was amazing. And the next day, after the Pride Parade, we looked at the coverage and we were everywhere. It was incredible. And then every time when Mayor West, Gavin Newsom, all of the different sort of marriage equality outbursts happen, they had our footage. They had couples at a commitment ceremony getting married. And it was huge for us. It made this huge difference. And we ended up doing the commitment ceremony for about 4 years. And by the time we had finished, there were there was media coverage of gay and lesbian couples getting married in commitment ceremonies around the world. So we felt like at that point we decided to really focus and work strategically on telling stories through media with the wedding party. And that led to the CNN documentary called Gary and Tony Have a Baby, which was a really amazing process. Number one, just being filmed for 18 months was kind of crazy, but then being able to see our whole story being told, the story of a family, with the help of a surrogate and an egg donor. And luckily our surrogate and egg donor agreed to, be part of it also. So once marriage equality actually happened, once the Obergefell case happened, we all knew that the wedding party could close its doors, which was wonderful. And then what took its place for me was my work with the organization Men Having Babies, which is an organization that educates gay men who want to have their own biological children about the process of surrogacy, and in some cases for qualified individuals and couples, assists them with discounted services and some donated services and some cash grants. It's amazing. We have 6 conferences around the world, Tel Aviv and Brussels and San Francisco and New York and Chicago and Dallas. And at each conference we have probably 150 to 200 men coming who want to understand how they can have their family through surrogacy. There was never this kind of information before. So that has become my kind of passion. And I think it's tracked my life in a lot of ways. The wedding party was all about fighting for the right to have my relationship recognized. And I think Men Having Babies has been really about my journey about having Nicholas and understanding what that process has been and sharing that process with other people.